traders, welcome back to another Dogecoin video. As always, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe. And if you want to get these emergency updates, because they are very much an emergency, make sure to hit that bell notification icon, because that way you get an alert every single time I post. Also, if I'm a little slower in this video, it is one, because it is earlier than usual than when I film. And two, I barely got any sleep last night for some reason. My body decided to wake me up at 5 a.m. and I haven't been able to sleep since. So I'm running on fumes right now and I have not eaten as well. So let's get into the video. Okay, so Dogecoin. First of all, obviously, wow. Okay, massive collapse on Dogecoin. We were down 25% as of making this video, 10:30 a.m. East Coast time. Okay, so obviously massive dump. For any of you guys that are in Dogecoin, I'm sorry, okay? But we do have a lot of interesting technical analysis going on here, okay? So, first of all, to recap the last video, what we were talking about, okay, we were looking at this breakout scenario. We had this little consolidation pattern going on here. We ended up breaking out. We were calling it right around this candle in here. This is on the 4-hour time frame, by the way, okay? I said we were likely to go towards 70 to 75 cents. Okay, and then I also said that that is probably going to be the most important level. I said that if we were not able to break that 70 to 75 cent level, then we might have to reconsider our position. Okay, now obviously I wish I could have made a video, when this was happening, but I didn't. Quite frankly, I was just too busy. So, but look at how that level held, right? We were talking about this level. We've had this level marked out for a very long time. Okay, I think since in this consolidation at the very least. Okay, and did we want it to hold? No, but did we think it could hold? Yes, right? And we said that if we could not break through this level, then it might be over, and that's exactly what ended up happening. Okay, so that's it. Just goes to show that technical analysis works. Okay, I mean it wasn't. Even though there's a massive outlier event, right? Elon Musk going on SNL, and the technicals still held up. Now, obviously, the Elon Musk thing didn't really help it, and let's get into that. Okay, first of all, that was a very, awkward SNL skit. Elon Musk was on there. He was a little awkward. I think the vibes were a little weird, right? And it didn't really help that he was kind of poking fun at Dogecoin, right? Like, they were not really helping Dogecoin's case. Elon Musk didn't really know how to explain what Dogecoin was, which is, again, part of the skit. But, they were basically making fun of Dogecoin, which obviously is not going to really amp up the Dogecoin community. Apart from that, we also have this tweet right over here. And thank you to the friend that sent me it. Okay, this is a guy who is a crypto investor. He decided to tweet out, "Okay, Doge peeps, it's been fun. Welcome to crypto, but the time has come for you to convert your Doge to Bitcoin. Disclosure, we've gone short Doge via Doge Bear." Okay, so basically everybody's panicking, right? This is okay. I just got rid of my tabs. Everybody's panicking and selling. Okay, now I need to get my tabs back in here. Like I said, no sleep today, so this video is going to be a little less precise. All right, so obviously this is a panic sell-off. Now let's get into the technicals after 3 minutes of rambling. All right, we do have some interesting technicals. So obviously this resistance level held and we ended up falling, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the world is ending and that this is all over, because I doubt Elon Musk is truly done, first of all, pumping Dogecoin. I doubt that's the last time we're ever going to hear the word Doge come from Elon Musk's mouth, all right? Regardless, though, like we said in the last video, we should just really ignore these fundamentals for the most part and just focus on the charts. And what do we see on the charts? Okay, let's get into it. We see that, first of all, obviously, a massive sell-off. But there's more to that, all right? So let's go on the logarithmic scale and let's just go back in history. Okay, if we compare this drop that we're seeing here to pretty much any other drop in Doge after a pump, it really is not the end of the world. Okay, let's go actually on a daily time frame and we'll get rid of the drawings. Okay, look at here, Doge on a daily time frame. Put it into perspective, right? On a log scale, it all gets smoothed out. You can see that today is not really the biggest drop we've seen. I mean, specifically here, we saw a massive swing. We saw a 67% drop from high to close. Okay, so should you be panicking and selling all of your Doge? Probably not. Okay, but again, this is a meme coin, and anyone in this needs to realize that this is extremely risky stuff. Do not just throw all of your money into Doge. What we also see is obviously there is an increase in selling volume today or last night. That's fine. We usually tend to see an increase in volume when people sell, right? Here, 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 and here. So now the question becomes, should we be buying Doge? So here's my opinion. All right, so first of all, we have a panic. That's great. Second of all, now we have people that are scared. Okay, so now let's get into the technicals of things. So we have this previous high right over here. Okay, that was a massive level for Doge, and as soon as we broke it, like we saw, as soon as we got through those highs, we went straight to pretty much 70 cents. Now we are retesting these highs, and what do we know about broken highs, right? The basics of trend trading. When you have broken highs, it becomes support, and usually you get a bounce. Okay, so we are, as you can already see, bouncing at support. I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay, we're already bouncing at support here, which is a good sign. Now, what we also want to do, again, go back in history. We know that Dogecoin historically tends to bounce right between the 786 or the 61.8 and the 786 Fibonacci retracements. Okay, let me show you guys this one more time. I know I showed almost every video, but almost every video that I post has, you know, tens of thousands of new viewers. So we're going to go back in Dogecoin's history, right? This is on log scale. Okay, if we take a Fibonacci retracement from low to high on every single pump, right between the 61.8 and the 786 is where Dogecoin tends to bottom out before the next pump. Okay, look at the next pump, right? We pump up, we dump, right between the 61.8 and the 786. What happened? We bottomed out, and we pumped again. Okay, and then the next pump, right here. Okay, we take low to high, Fibonacci retracement tool. Guess where we bottomed out? Right between the 61.8 and the 786. Boom, bottomed out. Okay, so where are we now? We just had another pump. So what is likely to happen? Well, there's a few things that could happen here. One, we could repeat history again for like the third time, fourth time. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to take our Fibonacci retracement tool. We're going to go from low to high. And now we get our Fibonacci retracement levels, right? And now we see that we have the 61.8 and the 786. Those numbers are right between 38 cents and 28 cents. So this is the historical support for Doge. That is almost a no-brainer buy if you want to just kind of go based off of history. Okay, and that's what it tends to do, right? It tends to just bounce at these 61.8 and 786 levels. But obviously, we're not there yet. So what do I think is going to happen? Well, like I said, we are bouncing currently at support, right? Previous highs have now become support. It's also between the 50 retracement and the 61.8, which is a pretty strong zone, tactically speaking. But what might end up happening here, okay, this is going to be my official prediction. I think that just like we have in the past, Dogecoin will eventually retrace back down to the 61.8 and the 786. And this bounce happening right here might be temporary. Why? Because it's what we call a dead cat bounce. I'm going to pull up a picture of a dead cat bounce if you don't know what it is. Okay, what a dead cat bounce is, let me get it here. Okay, here's a dead cat bounce for you guys. A dead cat bounce is pretty much a short-lived bounce after a massive sell-off. Why? Because this sell-off has induced a lot of fear. People are scared. I'm sure you guys watching behind the screen, some of you are panicking right now. Okay, so what do people do when they're losing lots of money? Everyone who bought in here in anticipation of SNL being a great success and Dogecoin hitting $1, what are these guys thinking? Well, they're thinking that they're pooping their pants right now, right? Because they're losing tons of money. And so what ends up happening is they're too scared to hold Doge, or they're too scared to sell Doge, sorry, and they wait for a bounce. Okay, some people will sell. That's what this is. Obviously, people just selling. They say, I don't care, I'm selling. But then another good chunk of people will not sell because they don't want to take the loss. So instead, they think, I'm going to wait for it to bounce. That way I lose less money, or I'm going to wait for it to come back to my entry price. That way I can break even, etc., depending on where they bought, right? They could have bought anywhere in here and they're losing money just about right now. So what may end up happening is a short-term bounce at this 50% retracement and previous highs right in here. Okay, where is it going to bounce to? Well, we have these previous lows right in here, right? These lows right here. I'm going to actually get rid of this for now. Okay, we have these lows. We could see a very short-lived bounce right back up to these lows here, and then a continuation lower. We can also take a Fibonacci retracement tool. We're going to drop down to a lower time frame now. We're going to go from this high to this low. Okay, and usually with a dead cat bounce, you get a pretty, again, it's a short-lived bounce. So what ends up happening is usually you turn around between the 382 and the 50% Fibonacci retracement. Okay, so what we end up getting here is a pretty large zone for Dogecoin to actually bounce towards. And then ultimately, what may end up happening is the dead cat bounce theory comes into play, right? We bounce into this level, but now everybody who is still stuck in their positions starts to sell off. We see a second wave sell off. Then we reach that 61.8 and 786 zone, which is here. Let's call this historical bounce zone. Okay, that is where Doge may actually have some really good potential to continue higher. Okay, do I think that, you know, this is 100% likely? No, we could bounce here. Okay, this is still support. No matter how you look at it, you may, it's not financial advice, but, you know, buying in here, personally, I would be buying in here for just in case, right? Even if it bounces a little, you know, you can take your stop loss, you can put it at break even pretty quickly, and then just wait and see what happens. Because just because we sold off does not necessarily mean we're going to always have a dead cat bounce. Sometimes we do have a full recovery. Okay, so right now what I'm saying is, no matter how you look at this, Dogecoin is pretty much still bullish for the most part. Okay, bullish in the short term and bullish in the long term if we can get down to right around, this is between 38 cents and 28 cents. Okay, right now support is at 45 cents and 38 cents right about. Okay, so pretty big zones, but it is what it is. Historically speaking, that's what Dogecoin likes to do. But yeah, don't be surprised if we get a bounce into this resistance and then continuation lower because people start selling into that fear. So that is pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Again, sorry if I was a little slow. I don't even remember what I just said. My brain is really out of it today. Hopefully it was a good video for you guys. Thank you guys for watching. As always, make sure to check out the links in the description down below if you want to join our free Discord or get 2 free stocks with Webull. And they do have cryptocurrency trading as well. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.